Hey, what's up, people who love Alip? Because, you know, that's what we do. We love Alip. I mean, it's kind of interesting, given how much I love guitar, that this is the guy. This is the guy. This is the go-to. Other people that I love, you know, Josephine, yeah, Phi, Jubin, for sure. But Alip just puts out more stuff, you know what I mean? So that's where we are. I wish Phi would put out tons of stuff, but we got what we got. And I'm excited because it's been a couple of videos, I think, since we saw Alip do something that I'm assuming it's pure fingerstyle because he doesn't have that rotary tool. So I'm really excited to hear that. And it's kind of a long video, which should be pretty awesome. I hope you're doing well wherever you are, however you are watching. I feel a little weird. Let's just get to Alip. Let's get to Alip. You ever just feel weird? I feel weird. Like I'm happy. I feel good. I feel weird. Oh, I've heard this style before. I've heard this style a couple times, but I don't think it's by whoever this is. Gerimis Mengundang? Hell yeah, dude. So something I'm always looking at that I've never really told you about is whenever you see him holding down 3 fingers on the upper strings, or even in the middle of the neck, it doesn't matter. If you ever see him holding down 3 fingers at the same time, I want you to visualize around that area of the guitar what possible chords it could be. Because if he's holding down 3 notes, he's always holding down a chord of some type, but it might be hard to recognize. So you have to kind of paint it in visually with your mind what's going on. Like right there, what could that chord be? It looks like a D minor or an A major, and then you just listen to your ear and you go, oh, it's a happy chord. He's playing an A major right now. So it's all of this structure, everything we've heard so far for the last minute is B minor to E7 to A major. And all the fancy stuff he's doing is just decorating those chord shapes in different spots of the neck. That's an A. Still A. Oh, we're in a new section. D major, A major, I stopped calling out chords because I thought it would be annoying. And in case you're curious, there are a lot of chords that are substitutes for other chords because they have so many notes in common. So D major is a really close cousin of B minor. So where we heard a B minor earlier, in this new section, we're hearing a D major chord. And the reason why they're such close cousins is they're relative keys, or you can just think that 2 of the 3 notes between the chords are the same. In a D chord with D, F sharp, A, if you just throw a B underneath D, F sharp, A, you have B minor 7. So B minor 7 and D major are almost exactly the same thing. Cooching. know what? To me, that's the dopest thing that's happened so far. I want to hear it again. That was an A major arpeggio, right? You can always, whenever you hear runs happening, no matter how cool they may sound, you can probably always relate it back to some home chord. So all he did was played an A major, but he went up to the C sharp with his pinky. I will try to show you some of that after this. There it is again. And that's just, he's just moving in thirds across the melody. He's harmonizing with the melody. And it's perfect. It's perfect. Even that fancy looking chord, hold on, let's freeze frame. Let's see if I can pause it right on the fancy chord. Right there. What is that fancy chord? It's one of the chords we've already heard. It's the E major. But instead of putting the E in the bass, he has the G sharp in the bass. And his hand looks weird because he's holding down two notes with his second finger and index finger from the regular E major, and he's using his pinky to nail down the G sharp. So if you're not used to inverting your chords and flipping them, then it's kind of weird to see. And it also creates an approach tone in the bass line, because now the G sharp from the E major chord is now going to go up to the A for the A major chord. Right here. Back up, Puccini. This is the same opening that we heard earlier. Your kid's in the background, bro. It is super nice to have Alip back playing fingerstyle and just killing it. But, you know, to be super honest, I like Cat. Back up. Hold on. Turn the cat out. All right, Cat's thrown out. Because she just couldn't, you know, she got to behave a little bit. Let's move this mic so I can grab a guitar, and we'll talk about a little bit of this stuff. Oh, I was going to say, I don't know if I finished saying what I was saying, which is I like the spooky stuff. I like spooky fancy. That was happy fancy, which is cool, but I like spooky fancy more. When he plays like Ding Dong and all, dude, this other stuff, the Lings Are Wingy. But let's cover a little bit of that stuff. It's awesome to have him back without the tool and all that. I mean, I like his inventiveness with the tool, but you know, he's a great guitarist. He's a great fingerstyle player. So I enjoy watching him do what he does best. Let's see if we can cover some stuff. And let's see if I was right. because until I actually grab the guitar and play, I don't even know. Yeah. But no, B minor. It's not. Right? B minor, E, A. And then we have little motions in there. So they got. Just walking down B minor. What is that? Those are just harmonized scales. This is just A major going up in thirds. And when you did this thing up here, whoops, right. You reach with this pinky. I don't know what other notes he added. I'm just adding other notes from the scale. Whoops. So A, B, you play here, doesn't matter. And then E major, A. So I was going to say, oh, and then we substituted in, instead of the B minor, we put it to a D. So in the middle section we have a back to E. Now what you heard him use was his thumb in the bass. We'd also do this, which is really popular in classic rock. How do you explain? I mean, I can tell you what I'm doing. It's really simple. I'm just hammering on with 2 fingers. I'm adding 2 fingers to my A chord, an F sharp and a D. But what is it really? I'm adding 2 notes from my D chord as decoration. A, 2 notes from D, and back to A. It's trying to think of how to say this. I'm just going to use theory, and if you can't keep up, I'm sorry, because it would make the video take too long. When you have a major chord that is your home bass, so in this case, A is our home bass, you can use the 4 chord as decoration. The 4 chord in the key of A major is D. So we can go through D. We still have an A in the bass. I'm having to be playing it there. You can do it somewhere else. D, A. Let's do it somewhere else. How about here? A, D, A. Let's come up with somewhere else to do it. How about up here? I think I know what it's doing. A, D, A. It's the 1 to 4 relationship. You can always do it because they have some stuff in common, to where they're not distant from each other. Therefore, you can kind of sustain one over the other. It's a little more complicated, but it doesn't have to be more complicated. It's just one of those things that you can do in there. Oh, we also have that E. Now this is just regular E to A. So our bass sounds like 5 to 1. If you want your bass notes to be close together, you invert the E chord and you get, so you get, which almost sounds more classical or whatever. I don't know if this is helpful at all. So let me try to do something to make it, if you want to play some guitar and you want to try out some just weird stuff, let's take the opening 3 chords. You had the B minor, E, and A. And so what I would challenge you to do is take each chord and just kind of maintain where your index finger is and find notes that work. E, A. Oh, he used this shape. Using the pinky on the high A. Whoops. And what was that last part I just did? Those are just 3-note A chords. Why am I picking 3 notes? So that way I can just use 3 fingers. And I'm hitting my A in the bass, and I'm just moving up. So I play A here, A here, A here, and A here. And this shape, it's the same shape we had here, just up here. And you could combine that with the D thing if you want and pass through a D, like use a D as decoration. Hope that helps. I don't know. Should I be ashamed that I just had like a lot of fun just playing guitar? I don't think so. Take care of yourselves. I hope you play something super spooky next. I love spooky music. I love sad music. As Billy Corgan said from Smashing Pumpkins, I'm in love with my sadness. I think that was a really cheesy thing to say. Cheesy things happen. I forgot to tell you Salamat, my bad. But from me to you, none but love.